Hello, everybody. Let's study the poem On Killing a Tree by Chief Patel. It is a sensitive poem. The poet persuades the reader not to destroy trees and equates it with killing a human being. He says that tree takes sunlight, water, air, and nutrition from the soil to gradually become a huge tree and supports life. This poem about the tree tells us everything about a tree and what happens when we try to kill a tree. This poem is a free verse which has no rhyming scheme. It is beautifully placed in such a way that we enjoy each and every line of this poem. Stanza 1. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a single jab of the knives will do it. Now, here the poet is telling that it takes a lot of time to kill a tree. By just hitting it with a single or a simple jab won't kill the tree. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. Now, with patience and with a lot of time, this tree has grown out from the earth. It has grown very slowly, rising out of it, that is earth, feeding upon its crust, upon it is the earth, because the outer layer of the earth is the crust. So the poet is telling that this tree or any other tree has come out of the earth and it has been consuming a lot of things from the earth, absorbing years of sunlight, air, and water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. Now, here the poet is telling that this tree has consumed sunlight, air, and water, and out of its brown color, that is the hide, that is leprous hide. So it is showing that this tree is brown in color, and out of this leprous hide, this sprouting leaves have come out. That is the bark, the outer color, the stem. It is brown in color, leprous hide, sprouting leaves, it has come out. Now, the poet is also telling that we cannot simply kill this tree. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Now, here the poet is telling that no matter how much you cut, hack is cut, and how much you try to chop it slowly into bit of pieces, but this alone won't do it. It won't. These activities won't kill a tree. Even if you try it, and not so much pain will it do it. Now, it's not going to hurt that much because this tree is a life-giving tree. It has the capacity to grow back again. The bleeding bark will heal and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs. Now, here the poet is again telling us that it's not that easy to kill a tree. The bleeding bark, if you try to hit and injure a tree, the liquid or the fluid comes out of the tree, and this will automatically will heal the tree. Just like if we are wounded, blood oozes out, and along with that, pus and other fluids comes out, and these fluids try to heal it of its own. So in the same way, this bleeding bark, the liquid that comes out of the bark, will try to heal the tree, and from close to the earth will rise curled green twigs. Once the tree falls down, obviously it has a tendency to grow back again. So the small sprouting leaves or a stem or a root out of the tree will try to grow back it again. Miniature boughs which if unchecked will expand again to former size. Now here again the poet is telling it is not very easy to kill a tree. No matter how much you try, how much you hit, how much you chop, if it falls down also, it will bounce back. It will be unchecked. If you will not check it, it will expand. That is, if you don't give it a check, if you don't cut the tree again and again, if you don't chop it, it will definitely expand back to the former size. That is the original size of the tree. No, the root is to be pulled out. Now the poet is telling that it's not easy to kill a tree. If you even if you try to chop it, it may take a lot of time. If you hack it, then also it will take a lot of time. Maybe if you pull out the tree, if you pull out the roots of the tree, it may help because it will dry up. Because roots are the anchoring part of the tree. it will help the tree to hold on. It will take water from the earth. So root plays a very vital and important role for the tree. So it's telling the root to be pulled out of the anchoring tree. The tree, that is, the roots helps this tree to hold on to the earth, that is, it's in a standing position. Maybe it's falling also, no problem, but it gives a hold on the earth. So these roots are an anchoring part of the tree. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out and snapped out or pulled out entirely. Now, this is the way the poet is trying to tell that, oh, this is the way that you can kill a tree. It's not that easy. See, it is to be roped. Now, you have to tie that tree, try it again, pull it out, chop it, snap out, or pull out entirely. That is, you have to just pull out the tree entirely. You have to snap off the roots. You have to pull it out from the earth cave. Now, earth is it is also used like a metaphor here. The poet is telling that earth is like a cave. You don't know entirely how much things it has inside. So here the tree also has its roots inside this tree, this earth, and so you have to pull out the roots of the tree if you want to completely kill this tree. So the poet is telling that you have to pull this tree out of the earth cave, and the strength of the tree expose the source, white and wet, the so more sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. Now here the poet is talking about the roots now, and the strength of the tree exposed. Now the most important thing, the poet here is telling that the strength of the tree is a root. Now here, from where it takes water up through suction pressure up through the different parts of the tree. So if you pull out the roots, the half the work is done. The source white and wet, that is, if you pull out the roots, it's white because it is not dead at that time, it is not dry, it's still wet, it is still fresh because it's doing its duty of sucking up water. So it's telling that the roots are fresh and white, unexposed. So here, if you pull out the root, maybe it will help. The most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. Now, the poet is telling that this root is a very sensitive part. If you expose this root for a longer time under the sun, it may die. So hidden for years, that is, it is, we are able to see the tree. We can see the tree, we can see the leaves, we can see the fruits, we can see the flowers, we can see most of the parts of the tree. But this important vital part of the tree, that is the root, is hidden inside the earth for a long time. Now here, if you see the literary devices, the alliteration has been used, WW, white, wet. So here you have alliteration. And repetition, of course, there are repetition of words also. Pulled out is repeated. And anaphora, white and wet. White and wet is anaphora. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air. Now, the poet is telling that once you pull out the roots of the tree, it is exposed under the sun. And this sun, obviously being very hot, it will dry the roots. So, the poet tells that then the matter of scorching, that is very hot, and dries up the roots, and choking, that this tree will choke to death. That is, it will not have water. If without water, without roots sucking up the water, this will start choking. This will be thirsty, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Now the poet takes up the process of killing the tree, that is browning. That once you expose the roots under the sun, this turns obviously into a brown color, that is, it is drying up. And hardened, that initially the roots were wet and soft, now the roots are getting hardened. Twisting, because it is shrinking up. Once it is shrunk, obviously you don't have much water inside the root, so it's shrinking up. Withering, scattering, and then it is done. What is done? The killing of the tree. The tree is finally dead. The central idea of killing a tree is very simple. It tells the uprooting of a tree. It tells the pain and the suffering that the tree undergoes. It's not easy to kill a tree. This tree struggles, it tries to come up, it tries to rebound, it tries to grow back again. But no matter what all this tree does, it is finally killed. And this killing of tree, it takes a lot of time. And at the same time, growing and planting a tree takes a lot of time. So human beings should not kill and damage and destroy our forest.